Hi, everyone. My name is Todd Shirilla. I am an interdisciplinary studies major. One of my all time favorite songs is called To Live Is to Die, which was written by Metallica and is featured on their 1988 album And Justice for All. This song is very different because it's an instrumental that has spoken lyrics, so not really a true instrumental. The lyrics go as follows: When a man lies, he murders some part of the world. These are the pale deaths which men miscall their lives. All this I cannot bear to witness any longer. Cannot the kingdom of salvation take me home? This album, when it came out, I was at a very low point in my life. I had graduated a year earlier, and for various reasons, my college career just didn't happen. I applied, I was accepted, the money just wasn't there. So I was in this very difficult slump. I had no ambition to do anything other than to sit around and play guitar for 8 to 10 hours a day. Really didn't do anything. It was a pretty rough time. Uh, Metallica had entered my life in 1985 when I was a junior in high school. I was at a new school, totally different from anything I'd ever experienced before. I was making new friends, I was exposed to new music, new culture, new everything. I heard Metallica when I was on the bus going to school in the morning, and one of my classmates had their Ride the Lightning album playing on a boombox. And I was like, what is that? I've never heard anything like that. It was heavy, it was loud, it was fast. It just spoke to me. It was, yes, this is what I need in my life right now. So I became an instant fan and I followed them. I bought that album, Ride the Lightning, and eventually I would buy their 1986 release, Master of Puppets, and then eventually I would get their 1982 release, Kill 'Em All, which is just one of the heaviest albums I've ever heard in my life. It's just wow. It has everything you could ask for in a heavy metal album. Metallica to me was these are guys who are 6, 7 years older than me, and they were just going for it, full throttle. Take no prisoners, just take on the world. It's us against the world. And they were very intelligent. They, in interviews, spoke to me directly. It was like, wow, you can do whatever you want in your life. Which to me at the time, well, I wasn't really doing much of anything. But this song, when I first heard it, the album itself, the production sounded like it was a demo tape instead of a real album. But the songs were there. It was powerful. The lyrics just spoke directly to me. It was just, yes. And the first day it came out, I bought it and I listened to it, and it's this really long album. And when this track came on, I'm like, wow, that is just amazing. Starts out with a clean acoustic guitar, goes into drums, becomes heavy. There's different parts to it. They all just blend together. It's like, wow. And then I heard these lyrics, and I'm like, man, that is just amazing. What they're saying. It was like they were talking directly to me. And this song has just always struck a chord. It reminded me of that point in my life where I was just totally in despair. I had nothing going on. I didn't know what I was going to do in the future. And that point would actually last for almost 2 more years until I finally just grew up. I got a job. I started working, earning my own income, and a lot of things happened. A lot of things got better after that. But anytime I hear the song, it takes me right there to that point, and I just never want to feel that way again in my life. But I'm glad that I was able to experience it because it made me grow up. It made me mature. It made me just give me some drive to do things. And from that point, I went on, I became very successful. I was living in Ohio at the time, a city with just no hope. And on a whim, I had a great job. I just, you know what? I'm going to move to Florida. Moved to Florida. I struggled. I was working 70 hours a week. And I started my career as a medical professional, which I still am in today. And 3 years later, I moved to Georgia. And it's like, wow, there's just opportunity. And you just kind of have to stick in there, and you're going to go through bad times, you're going to go through great times, but you can never really give up hope. And this song just really hit the nail on the head of how low you can go. But it's beautiful. It's just the orchestration, it was just really crazy. Just, I love it. The song itself was composed of bass parts that were rejected from different Metallica albums by late bassist Cliff Burton. He was killed in 1986 in an unfortunate bus accident while they were on tour. And the replacement for him, Jason Newsted, he came in, he went through all kinds of drama, really bad times. And this album really reflects that. I mean, you can barely hear any bass in the mix unless you have some really good ears. And it was just, wow. It really upset me because I played bass at the time pretty seriously. And it's like, how could you do this to a guy? So now we know what was going on, and there's a lot of drama and a lot of just pain between the surviving members, and poor Jason was the target. So it's part of growing up. You're going to go through that. So in closing, I just want to say that people scorn Metallica. Oh, they're just heavy metal, blah blah blah. Listen to the songs. Listen to what they're saying. You just might find something pretty awesome. All right. Thank you so much for watching this, and y'all take care.